person won't practice today is Dana. He has a hamstring, and we'll just take it day by day, see how he does. He is making progress, so we'll just see how it works out for him. Listen, we look forward to playing the Raiders. I mean, we know they're a good football team. They went in and got after New Orleans. They played the last two games right down to the end, so we know they're a good team, and they're very well coached, and they've got good players. So we've got to make sure we have a good week of preparation as we go forward. Anyways, with that, time's yours.
Go first to Sam Mellinger. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Andy, this might sound a little bit off the wall. We all know what you think of Eric Bieniemy, right? And that you think he's deserving of a head coaching job. It seems to me, and I think some others, that you've name dropped him a little bit more in situations like this. I'm just wondering if that's intentional to try and make sure everybody knows who he is and what he does, or if that's just something that comes natural.
Well, I don't know. I feel like I do it with the coaches, and just, I mean, if they do a good job, I'm gonna tell you, I'm lucky to have the guys I've got. So, but listen, I'm pulling for him, but I'm not just throwing his name out there. Throw his name out there. That's not how I roll. But if he does, if he's deserving like the other guys, I'm going to mention it. Appreciate you asking though.
Go next to Adam Teicher. Go ahead, Adam.
Hi, Andy. Jordan Ta'amu tested positive, obviously, last week, and you heard about Stephon Gilmore now. There are pictures out there of him hugging and talking with Pat after the game. My question for you is, what's your level of concern right now that Pat or any of your players has the virus, your coaches, yourself? What's your level of concern with that right now?
Yeah, well, listen, I mean, we take it day by day, and we try to do the best we possibly can at keeping ourselves as clean as we can, and at the same time learning every day. So, we're all wearing masks. We've been doing that, and more shields and whatever. I mean, whatever all the terms are, but we've tried to keep our nose and our mouth covered the best way we possibly can, and then try to be as safe as we can off the field. But listen, I think just like you guys, every day is a new experience that you got to kind of work through, and that's what we're doing.
Let's go next to Dave Scretta. Go ahead, Dave.
Hey, Andy, sort of piggybacking on that a little bit. Are you guys changing any kind of protocols? Are you isolating quarterbacks, and are they all being in the same room? Are you finding yourself adapting at all as the season goes on?
Yeah, well, what we do is we look at the numbers in the room, the space, and then we've got some guys doing virtual, some guys are doing, with the coach in room if there's space. So we've got it kind of mixed up here and there just to hide somebody out. I haven't done that. No. So, I mean, that's kind of where we're at. If we have space, we've tried to utilize everything here, so we've eliminated the cafeteria to where that's a room for the players, and for the offensive line, we've utilized the indoor facility where we do our team meetings and so on. So we've got after meetings, it looks like an Indy crew coming through, just cleaning up, changing the tires, man, putting the tables away and the chairs away and everything else. So that's what we're doing.
Go next to Herbie. Go ahead, Herbie.
Hey, Coach, you had mentioned after Monday night's game that Chris Jones was a little tender, didn't play Monday night, but how optimistic are you that you should be able to ramp him up a little bit more this week leading to Sunday?
Yeah, I think he's feeling a little better, and we'll see how he does. I mean, we'll just take it. That's one of those day-by-day things. He had a groin strain, and so we'll just see how he feels. And if he can go, he'll go. If he can, he can't. But we'll see how it works out.
Go next to Pete Sweeney. Go ahead, Pete.
Hey, Coach, I had a quick question to Sam's point on Bieniemy. I know he was involved in the Fisher play recently. How much have you seen Eric grow as far as game planning and play design go since he became OC in 18?
Yeah, well, I mean, he does them. So, I mean, he's in there doing it grabs the coaches and they come up with these ideas and we roll, so, and then they let me in on it. So I know what's going on, but I think they, Eric, the one thing Eric is a phenomenal leader and of men, and he makes everybody around him better. And so, and his knowledge of the game is second to none. That's why I can answer questions and still look in the mirror and feel good about doing it. I mean, I just, I know how how good he is and what a good football coach he is and a great person. So.
Go next to Seren Petro. Go ahead, Seren.
Coach, I know you guys do the contact tracing. Rick Burkhalter explained all that. And so you have all your information that you have on your team. But I'm curious, on game day, is there like a share, right? Like I know the Gilmore, there's video. You can see who was close there. But like for during the course of the game, like maybe Juan Thornhill never came in contact with James White or something, through somehow way. Is there a report that generates so that cross teams you can see who was in contact with who during a game?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, everybody has these tracers on, coaches included. So we've all got them, and they can tell when you're around somebody and how much how much time you're with them, and and obviously the distance. The tracers are based off of distance, so it's a 6-foot area and that you keep. And but yeah, that's they've got all the stats on it.
Got time for a couple more. We'll go Karen and then Sam. Go ahead, Karen.
Hi, Coach. For years we've talked about the Raiders rivalry, but is there anything different when the quarantine, the pandemic, and now they're the Vegas Raiders? I mean, is there something that's just different about it now?
No, listen, I don't think so. I think it's the Raiders against the Chiefs, and it wouldn't matter where we were housed at, but it'd still be the Raiders and the Chiefs. And that's how I look at it. So I mean, we look forward to it. I know they look forward to it. It's kind of fun. I mean, that part of it, the competition part of it is one of those things. Now, I think they're playing really good football right now and very strong. And they're going to bring it to you for 4 quarters, and that's how they roll. And you got to prepare yourself and have a good week of practice. So.
Let's go last, Sam McDowell. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Andy, I just wanted to make sure I heard something, 2 things accurately. On that contract tracing with the opposing team, that didn't result in any of your guys having to isolate or anything? And then I'll wait to ask the second one.
No. Yeah.
The virtual thing that you mentioned, is that something that's new, recent, or is that something you started off the year with having some of the guys do virtual and some of the guys in the actual room?
Yeah, so we did it in camp too, with a few guys, and then we've done it all season. Yeah.